Well, I'm Jen.
And I'm Joanne.
And we're back with your take and make for the month of May. And this month we've got a really cute craft for you. We're making yarn birds, and we also have a little home for the little birds that you can decorate after. But we're going to show you how to make these yarn birds today. Okay, so in your kit you're going to have supplies to make 2 yarn birds. So you'll have 6 packets of colored yarn. And they're going to be numbered on the corner. So some of them will be numbered with a number 1 and some will be numbered with a number 2. You're going to have 1 piece of orange or brown foam paper. You're going to have 4 black beads. This baggie has a few of the supplies. So you're going to have 4 black beads. You're going to have 2 white styrofoam balls. You're going to have 2 black pipe cleaners. And you're going to have a little birdie house that's unfinished that you can decorate after you're done doing the yarn birds. And then we also supplied a little paint palette that you can use to decorate the house. The only thing that you'll need to supply for this project is a pair of scissors and some glue. So we recommend a glue gun if you have it. If not, any kind of glue will suffice. Okay, so today Joanne is going to show us how to make one of the birds. You have enough supplies to make 2 birds, but we're going to show you how to make one. Remember, this video, you can always pause it, rewind, start again if you need some help. We also included an instructions sheet, and the instruction sheet has pictures and step-by-step instructions as well. So that should help. So between the video and the instruction sheet, and Joanne talking us through it, we should be able to make our 2 little birdies. Okay, so you're going to start with the packets of yarn. So again, since we're only making 1 bird, we're going to show you how to do that with 3 of the packets. You're going to be making 2 birds. You have 6 packets. So just start with 3 packets. Start with two of the packets are marked 1. And 1 of the packets is marked 2. That's what you're going to start with. Okay. So each packet also has an additional piece of 3-inch yarn. That's going to be used to secure the pieces of the bird. So you're going to take that 3-inch piece of yarn off of the packet and set it aside, off of each packet that is marked 1. Okay. Now you're going to take the packet that's marked 2. And that's going to be the top of each bird. So you're going to take that packet that has a 3-inch piece of yarn and a 6-inch piece of yarn. Additionally, you'll take those off. So it has the yarn wrapped around, and then it had those 2 extra pieces. You'll take those off and set those aside. Okay, so in Joanne's example that she's making, the underside of the bird is, the underside of the bird is going to be the white. The wings are going to be the cream, and the top of the bird is going to be the gray color. Okay, so now you're taking the 2 packets that are marked with a 1. You're going to hold the yarn and cut the yarn at the bottom. You'll see at the packet there's 2 pieces. Each packet has 2 pieces of yarn dangling. They're the ends. So you're going to hold that end, and you're going to put your scissors through and cut the yarn at that bottom end. Okay, now that results in a group of yarn strands about 8 inches long. So you do that with one of the 1 packets, and then you do it again with the other 1 packet. Again, you look at the end that has the 2 pieces of yarn dangling. You'll put your scissors through and cut right at the bottom. Okay, so what it really is it just creates a group of yarn about the same size, 8 inches each. Okay, so you're also going to do that now with the packet marked 2. You'll find the end where it's dangling, where the 2 ends are, and then you'll put your scissors through the bottom and cut. Okay? Okay, so in Joanne's example, we made these 3 bundles. We made out of the cards marked 1, 1, and 2. Okay, so the 1 and 1 were the smaller size, and the 2 was the longer size. Okay, so in Joanne's example here, we're going to take the white yarn, and we're going to lay it down horizontally on our work surface here. This is horizontal according to them in the video. And then we're gonna take the longer group of yarn and put it perpendicular over the group that we put horizontal. Okay? So now we're gonna fold each of the colored yarn groups in half. So you'll fold the first group over the longer group and then pull them together so they kind of interlock. Okay, we'll show that again. Okay, now those 3-inch pieces of yarn that you set aside originally, you're gonna take them, the ones that match each color. So take the 3-inch white piece and tie it around the white yarn, the group of white yarn.
And try to get the yarn, can you get that, Yank? Try to get the knot as close to the center where the two yarns intersect. It will help you later on. So there's the first one. And now I'm going to put this under here and I'll do the second one. I'm going to spin it around so Jen can hold it for me. Give it a pull. Jen, this is good if your husband or your friend or whatever is around. Tell him to get his hands involved in this. Tie it again. And make a double knot. Make sure it's secure. Don't worry about the excess, that will be trimmed in due time.
Okay.
And now you're sitting with this.
So yeah, so what you did is you tied it together right here and you tied it together right here. So now you take the last bundle of yarn that you set aside, and you're also going to take the little 3-inch piece of yarn you set aside that's in the coordinating color, the matching color, and you're just going to tie a knot in the middle of that bundle. Okay, so now we're going to put this bundle that's tied in the center, you're going to lay it perpendicular to the 2-color bundle. Then you're going to take one of the white styrofoam balls and you're going to lay it right here, right in the center.
Try to get it as close to the center as possible. It will help you later on. The next thing you're going to do is gather all of the ends together. So I would start with the outer ends. It's a little tricky, but you'll get it, don't worry. 1, 2.
It's like making a high ponytail.
Yeah, it's like a ponytail. For those of you that have young girls with long hair at home. So don't worry about it not being on the center, because what will happen is you're going to spread all of this out eventually. So this is basically what it looks like right now. It looks like
you're gathering all the ends tightly into your fist. So you're trying to kind of surround the styrofoam ball with all the ends into your fist. Okay?
Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the other long piece and you're going to tie it around the ball end.
Joanne can do it with one hand.
I can do it with one hand, but Jen's going to
You might need some help.
She's got my thumb in there, so I'm going to fly away with the bird. Give it a nice tight pull.
Is that good?
That's tight.
And then another.
Right, and then do another knot right over it.
This was that long 6-inch piece.
Right, that was the 6-inch piece. And now what you have something that looks like a bird. So what you're going to do is you're going to spread the yarn around the ball and hide the styrofoam ball as much as possible. So it takes a little bit of doing, but
I can see his little face coming together.
Here's his little face. You see his little face coming
Like
out? We haven't given him eyeballs yet, but we will in due time. But you'll see that the bird is starting to take shape.
Okay, so the birdie's coming together. Again, you're gonna, like, here's his little beak, here's where we're gonna put the eyes, here's like the kind of the breast area. And you know, you can see, you're gonna have to, like Joanne said, kind of zhuzh him a little bit to get the yarn covering the styrofoam ball. This little piece of yarn is sticking out. You either maybe want to clip that or you want to tuck it under. You know, it's up to you. You just kind of have to fiddle a little bit to make him look, you know. Like
birds lose feathers too, yeah. Just remember that.
So anyway, so now, and this part is gonna be, we can clip this later, but we're kind of just gonna leave that be for now. All right, so now we're gonna make his feet. We're gonna take the black pipe cleaner and cut it in the center.
I'm just gonna fold it in half, Take a pair of scissors. And give it
So
a
we
play.
make 2 smaller pipe cleaners,
Right.
just cutting it in half.
Set one aside, that's going to be for the eyeballs. So right now you have half of a pipe cleaner. I would take that half a pipe cleaner again and I'd cut it one more time. So you're gonna have a quarter of the original pipe cleaner. And here's where you're gonna get a little crafty. You can make a bird foot. So what I usually do is I take the bird's foot and I'll just turn it a couple of times here. So a little web, nothing great. Make his little feet going out. And then I just turn it up. All right, because these are going to be glued at the bottom of the bird. The bird doesn't have to be freestanding. And I have a little set of feet. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to take the edge of the bird, edge of the pipe cleaner to make the bird's foot. Turn it again. Okay. Looks like a little heart, a little bee. And that'll be his second foot. They don't have to be super even, but at least they look like little feet, little bird's feet. Right now I have those 2 little bird's feet. I'm going to cut them a little shorter because I don't want my bird to be too tall, being that he's a groundhog.
A baby bird.
He's a baby bird. Okay. Put a small drop of glue just at the end of each of the bird's legs, a very small drop of glue. It'll probably adhere right to the yarn.
Again, if you have a glue gun, that's the ideal situation because then you don't have to wait for these feet to kind of dry and
right.
set. But you can definitely use tacky glue or any kind of glue.
Right, and it goes right below where you've tied off the wings of the bird. Just give him a little stick in there, and your bird now has feet. And if you give it a couple seconds, it'll dry. And your bird stands up.
Okay, while we're letting his little feet dry, we're gonna make what is it called? The beak. So some people have orange foam for the beak and some people got brown foam for the beak. You'll take that foam square and you're gonna cut it in half. Because you're making 2 birds, you need 2 pieces of that foam. We're just showing you how to make the one beak for the one bird. Okay, so you're gonna cut each half into a semicircle.
I used a coin actually when I tried this, like a dime or a nickel, and it's actually what I did was I cut it into a circle first.
Okay.
And then I cut it in half.
Okay, so kind of a dime-sized circle, and then cut it in half. So that'll make your semicircle.
Right, and what you're going to have to do then is roll it. And you have to going to have to roll the little beak. Okay, and then what you're going to do is put, again, a drop of glue at the end of the beak. Take your glue. This you're going to have to hold on to the bird for a little bit because it's just an odd piece.
And it's tiny.
And it's tiny, yeah.
So that's going to be the tough part. You have to
Right.
let it set by holding it.
Right, and you're going to really take it and you're going to hit it where this V is, right over here. Right underneath the V spot here is where the beak is going to be. So it's going to be right where the 2 colors meet. And just hold it in there for a little bit. It'll hold in, it'll glue in. So I really suggest that you use a glue gun for the little beak on the bird. It's a little bit tough with glue unless you have some really good like Gorilla Glue or something like that. So take the other half of the pipe cleaner that you have and stick it right underneath the knot of the bird's head, right there. And what you're going to do then is thread one of the beads onto the end. Take the beaded end and turn it. This is a pipe cleaner, it's pretty easy to work with.
You just want to secure the bead to the end of the pipe cleaner.
Right.
So twist and turn however you need
Twist
to do
and
that.
turn, put it in, and then what you're going to do then is put the other bead on the other end of the pipe cleaner. And give it a little snip.
Trim
So
it.
Yeah, give it a trim. And again, twist. Make it twist in. You can stick it back in if you like. Make it as tight as possible to give the bird 2 little eyeballs. Position them where you like, facing out. And what I would probably do then is make sure that all of the styrofoam ball is covered. If you want to trim the loose ends of the bird, to give him a nice even tail, you can do that. And there you have your little bird.
You have your little guy.
He's kind of cute.
And now repeat it all with this for the second bird.
This is a rather lengthy take and make, but
Yeah.
you know something, it'll keep you busy. And once you
may-
finish giving the birds, you know, some life, you can paint your birdhouse too.
Yeah,
And it doesn't have to all be done in one sitting.
Yeah, and again, you may need a second pair of hands
Right.
to help you with this.
I did a little birdhouse. The birdhouses we've given you are actually bigger birdhouses. So if the birds need someplace to roost, they have a place to roost. Do us a favor, send us some pictures. Let's see what kind of bird you came out with. You know, we'd like to post them on Facebook with your permission.
We'd just like to see what you've done
Yeah.
with our craft take and makes, and we hope that you've enjoyed this one.
All right, take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye.